becomes easier when you start practicing semen retention, bro. Life becomes easier when you start practicing semen retention, bro. Hit the like, subscribe button, and comment down below what day y'all on semen retention. And I want you to stay to the end because I got some gems for you. I got some game. Especially if you're someone who's been on this journey for a while and you want to, especially if you're a person who struggles going past 2 weeks, bro. I got some game for y'all, bro. Life becomes easier when you start practicing this journey, man. Now, for those of you who know, I was in a relationship. I just got out of a relationship. Now, I was on and off semen retention for a while in that relationship because being in a relationship and practicing semen retention is not for the weak. It's already taking some mental discipline to do it, but then to do it while in a relationship is completely different. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Your life becomes 10 times easier when you are practicing this journey. I went through that breakup and it hurt me, right? Mind you, I was already like 4 days in a retention after the breakup happened. I will say this: if I was not on semen retention, I think it would affect me more. And let me explain to you why, bro. Semen retention makes your life easier. It just helps you deal with normal life struggles better. It helps regulate your emotions, and you have a very stoic look on things. Because first of all, as you know, when you start practicing semen retention, your testosterone levels naturally increase as men, right? They naturally increase. So, in return, you naturally are going to have a more stoic and calm approach to the challenges that happen in life because problems don't go anywhere. You just get better at solving them. But on semen retention, bro, you get a really stoic mind frame on things. You get a very disciplined mind frame on things, and this is what sets you apart from everybody else. I noticed, bro, on this journey, I'm a lot more. I'm thinking before I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? Before I act to make a rational decision, I think before I do things, and this is what's setting me apart. You know what I'm saying? This is why the journey makes your life easier, bro. Because if you are a person that used to allow the struggles in life to affect you, if you are a person you allowed everything that happened, you just reacted towards it. If you're on semen retention, you notice you stop reacting because, bro, when you're releasing, you're in a constant state of emotional turmoil. Like, you are a lot more irrational, I noticed, bro. Like, when you're always constantly in a state of releasing your sexual energy, you're a lot more irrational, bro. And that's because your test levels are low. Your brain's searching for that quick dopamine. When you stop releasing so much, your brain becomes more irrational, and you deal with life struggles a lot differently, bro. And that's the beauty of this journey. A lot of men can't practice this journey and still have a balanced emotion aspect because maybe you grew up around a lot of women. Maybe you were never taught how to regulate your emotions. On semen retention, you naturally start doing self-reflection. If you're doing it right, you're practicing semen retention, you're meditating, you're journaling, you're doing the shit that's necessary, using the tools that can leverage this energy, you notice that, like, you get a very, 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 very resourceful mindset. Like, you start to want to ask yourself the questions like, why is this happening to you? Why do I think this way? Why do I do things I do? This is what sets you apart on this journey, bro. This is what actually brings you to the next level because self-reflection is how you get better, bro. And this is what I'm realizing. When I'm going through a breakup, okay, what made it not go right? How did it end? Why did it end? Why did I have the conversations I had, right? Because you got to think about it, as a man, you got to take accountability in your life for when shit doesn't go right. Because you take accountability when everything goes wrong or goes right, right? Right, so when shit goes wrong, take accountability. There's a reason why. So when you start asking yourself these questions, you actually start getting real with yourself. That's when you start to uncover the things that need to be uncovered. On semen retention, bro, you naturally become more solution-oriented. Your brain's not searching for a quick dopamine. You allow yourself to be in the present moment. You're okay with being in the silence. You're okay with not knowing what's going to happen next. You're okay with being in the unknown. And this is the beauty of the journey, bro. The beauty of the journey is being okay with being in the unknown. It's being okay with not knowing what's going to happen next. It's being okay with, like, okay, I understand that, I might not understand what's going on right now, but things are going to make sense here just a little bit. And this is what's going to set you apart in life, bro. This is what's going to set you apart in general and anywhere, bro. And that's why I always tell people, bro, if you want to get to somewhere in life, if you want to become a successful individual, bro, you have to be self-reflective. And semen retention gives you that ability. Now, life becomes easier not in the aspect of finding yourself, but it comes easier in the aspect of relationships, like your business relationships and like that. Those become easier because your discernment and your intuition gets stronger. So now you understand people on a different level, man. You pick up on the things that you didn't pick up on before. Because you're a lot more aware. You're listening more than you're speaking. You're picking up on the micro expressions, body language, things like that. You're picking up on the things that you weren't picking up before you got on this journey, right? Now, that's because your spiritual sense is heightened. When you start holding your sexual energy to spiritual practice, because it creates a life, bro. When you start holding it in, it enhances everything about you on a spiritual level. So not only do you get a higher vibration, but you get a higher auric field, but you also get a very strong spiritual awareness. So now you pick up on the spiritual energy and aspect of people. You pick up on, the micro expressions, the body language, what's not being said, because 98% of our communication is nonverbal. So your life becomes easier in the aspect of relationships. So now you get really good at choosing the right woman. You get really good at choosing the right friends, man, because you'll start finding there's people in your life that are there for a reason, some people in your life for a season. I remember, bro, when I met my ex-girlfriend, I was on like 45 days of semen retention. I chose her because of how we leveled out. You know what I'm saying? We were attracting in a certain aspect to who I was at that time, at point in time, right? I'm a different person now, right? If you're not a different person you were last year, that's scary, because you should be growing and evolving. The whole point of us being here is evolution. If you're not evolving, you're dying. That's just the truth. You should be reading, you should be journaling, you should be listening to podcasts, into self-development. Like, you should be obsessed with becoming better, okay? Now, some people are now obsessed with becoming better because they're comfortable where they're at, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a comfort zone thing when, you don't make a change in your life. But semen retention removes you out of that comfort zone. Semen retention puts you in that mind frame where you want to get better because your mind sees the possibilities. You start to see your potential. When you start holding your sexual energy, bro, you take more risks. You're a lot more confident. You're a lot more bold naturally. This is just naturally, bro, because you're holding the one thing that can create a life. So what's happening is, bro, your life becomes easier because your body, when you hold your sexual energy, you're telling your subconscious mind and in your biological wiring is like, hey, this person has not procreated in 2 to 3 weeks or 3 to 4 weeks. This person hasn't released their sexual energy, so let's make them more attractive so they can attract the mate. Make them the best possible primal option. Just like peacocking, or when animals go in hibernation, whatever they do, animals do certain things to become more attractive to find a mate, right? Go through certain seasons of development. So that's us as spiritual being having a superhuman experience. When you hold your sexual energy, you're naturally becoming more attractive on a spiritual and a non-physical level and physical level to attract another mate. That's what's happening. So that's why on semen retention, you notice that you become more attractive, your skin's glowing, your eyes are a lot more brighter, your voice gets deeper, you get stronger, your testosterone levels increase. A lot of this good shit happens, is why a lot of men practice this journey, because of those physical benefits. But you shouldn't just be doing this journey for woman attraction. Those come with it, which means your life becomes easier in terms of mating, finding another woman, finding relationships and business partnerships and things of that nature. But I want you guys to understand, life becomes easier not just on a relationship standpoint, not just on finding yourself, but it also becomes easier in terms of just connecting with God, bro, and getting the things you want out of life. Because, bro, not only, like I said, it's a spiritual practice, you're going to become a lot more connected to your purpose. You're going to actually kind of ask yourself, what am I here to do? What am I here for? What are my gifts? What are my talents? I talk to God every day. God, show me my past, show me my journey. And God's constantly showing me what I'm good at. God's constantly showing me what I need to get better at. God's constantly showing me, the lessons in my life. And I'm just taking them and I'm using them and I'm turning them into the positives, bro. But semen retention is such a beautiful journey, bro, because you definitely do change, bro. You definitely are becoming a better person because, man, your old lifestyle starts to become unattractive. So this is something you got to be prepared for. If you're on this journey and you're someone who's you're probably not ready to give up your old lifestyle. And by this, I mean old lifestyle, I mean whatever that means for you. If it's a lifestyle that doesn't serve you, it doesn't serve your highest good, it kind of pulls you down back into your lower nature, it kind of pulls you down away from your goals, then you know what I'm talking about. But there's certain things that your higher self is attracted to that your lower self knows that your higher self shouldn't be in contact with, right? So I noticed that when I'm on semen retention, there's a lot of things that my higher self is pulling me towards and pulling me away from. And dude, I'm comfortable and okay with it doing that. Now, sometimes I pull myself, do I allow it to pull me back into the old ways? Sometimes, yes, we're human. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But more times than not, you put in more positive reps and negative reps, you notice that semen retention makes your life easier. It makes it easier to build that new habit. It makes it easier to start the new business. It makes it easier to approach that girl. It makes it easier to work on your mindset. It makes it easier to work on your body. It makes it easier to make the hard decision in life. Bro, I work in a business where performance is huge in what I do. I'm in sales and marketing. I'm building a team. I'm owning my own firm, my own business. So, bro, I have to do good, right? And if I'm not doing good, I have to have the humility and I have to have the student mentality. I have to have the mindset to look within and connect with someone who's doing better than me and network and Network with someone that is in our business that's doing good to ask why I'm not doing good. Just to get some game on how to get better, right? So semen retention gives you the ability to be introspective, to be self-reflective, and have the self-awareness to get better at whatever you're doing. Business is important, bro. If you're in business, sales, or marketing, and you're not practicing semen retention, dude, you're missing out, bro. You are missing out because, bro, I'm telling you, if you really want to move the needle in business and like marketing and like, bro, you have to be on semen retention. And this is just one thing I realized, bro. Like my results in business have quadrupled since I've been on this journey, bro. So I'm gonna just tell you now, man, if you're not practicing this journey, you're 100% missing out. But this is all you're missing, bro. Get on semen retention, talk to yourself, use the tools. I'm using the tools now, bro. Journaling, you know what I'm saying? Meditating, talking to God, being self-aware, you know, introspection. Like that's the stuff that's gonna set you apart. That's the stuff that's gonna get you to the next level, bro. So if this video helped you guys, hit the like, subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? So you don't ever miss another banger upload from me. I'm constantly dropping bangers on semen retention. Like I said, y'all, I wasn't dropping bangers, bro. I was going weeks without posting because, bro, I wasn't on retention. I was in a relationship with, you know, a girl that I was just not practicing. I was trying to, but I just kept, you know, releasing, and I refuse to drop a video if I'm not actively like on the journey, bro. It just feels like fake. So I'll be real with y'all, man. But we back on the journey, bro. We back on our routine. You know, I love my slip a little bit, but now I'm learning, and we're learning together. We're growing together. I love it. Alchemist Gang. Hit the like, subscribe button. Comment down below day online, bro. And I have a Telegram community about semen retention and other retainers. If y'all want to join that, comment down below on Telegram. You know, and I'll drop that link. But I love you, Alchemist Gang. Keep taking care of yourself. Keep retaining. And I'm see you next video. Peace.